welcome to AppeGeek, a fun twist on a cooking show where three geeky friends come together to bring our favorite fandoms to life by whipping up tasty dishes in our home kitchen based on and inspired by our favorite games, shows, movies, and more. I'm Rach.
I'm Nora.
I'm Jeremy.
And we are three geeks who play with our food. Our super fun throwback 80s and 90s episode.
I'm so excited.
Me
Look
too.
at all this stuff.
We are throwing it back this episode. We're not doing any specific fandom. This is a birthday episode for myself. So we are taking it back to the 90s, a little bit the 80s, and making some of our favorite discontinued foods. But we're also going to talk about just some of our favorite stuff from those past days when life was easy and we were children.
Oh yeah.
Hallowed era.
That hallowed era. Pre-internet, the days of Book It, which I guess is back, but I don't think it's back for me. I don't think they're going to let middle-aged people show up and do Book It. But they should. They should.
Scholastic Book Fair.
Yes,
I do
they still
remember
do
it.
that.
It's the best.
They don't have the bookmobile though, but yeah, they have the Scholastic. Yeah, still do it.
Alright, so birthday girl, favorite toy growing up.
Favorite toy growing up. That is really hard to narrow down to favorite toy. I can name like favorite games. That's hard too.
Alright, favorite game system.
Ooh, it's tough. I'm either gonna go super retro and go with the old school NES because it was my first, and I feel like if I didn't get sucked into things like Super Mario 3 and Bubble Bobble and stuff there that I absolutely loved, I probably wouldn't have become a gamer. But the biggest sweet spot I have is the original PlayStation. I absolutely loved it. I still have my games right here in this very 90s hot stuff CD holder. And my absolute favorite game ever, right here, Gex, Enter the Gecko, the best. I would still play it if anything was backwards compatible that PlayStation made. Get it together, Sony. You got middle-aged women that want to play Gex. Sorry, tangent.
Fair. Very fair.
What about toys?
Toys. Well, I mean, I played with a lot of Polly Pockets. I love those. I recently learned, apparently I should have kept them. While everybody was out there keeping their Beanie Babers, we were sleeping on Polly Pockets, and they were a lot of money. So, I love those. I just played with a ton of action figures, and they didn't make any sense. Like, everything was just thrown together. Like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and She-Ra, and like they were all just kicking it together.
Here comes Orca.
But no, good fun stuff, toy-wise. I also, probably surprising no one since I'm now doing a cooking show, loved my fake kitchen and my easy bake oven. I made monstrosities for my parents.
So dangerous.
I didn't like the fake food that it came with most of the time. I was like, this doesn't look realistic. So I went out and like got rocks one time and like brought them in, and I was like, these are baked potatoes. And like, it was ridiculous. So I had a lot of favorite toys. I'm very, very imaginative. What about you guys?
Well, of course, Easy Bake Oven. Yes, I think everybody had one who's our age. I did use the prepackaged food that it came with.
So yours was probably edible. I'm like,
wow. But it was so dangerous. I mean, now they make them with plastic and it's all safe. But before, you could burn
you
your
just
down
burn
yourself.
yourself.
But I made this cake. I burned it half down. My favorite toy was the Barbie Malibu, the house with the elevator.
Yes! I love that.
And you had the cloth in it, and it took 7 hours to put together. Yes, that was amazing. That was the best Christmas of my life.
I got this weird little table for that, and it had like a built-in phone in it, and you could press a button, and it was like Barbie's answering machine, and it was like, well, hello, what's going on? And I don't know, I loved it. I just missed it incessantly.
My Barbie didn't have an answering service. We had an
We were
elevator
fancy.
and some fake food.
So I had a lot of hand-me-downs from my older brother, all his Star Wars toys.
Those are legit hand-me-downs.
Yes.
I had like the Imperial Shuttle. I had the Death Star interior with an elevator, the little compactor kit, the throne for the Emperor. Also got a lot of his Castle Grayskull and He-Man hand-me-downs as well. And then my favorite little toys were these things, Battle Beast. I don't know where they came from. I don't know where they've gone. There was 3 series of them. I only had series 1 and 2. Apparently, I wish I kept these, but an unnamed person, mom, put them in a yard sale.
Calling out your mom on the internet.
And most of them are now gone. So I
But at
miss
least you have
those. They were
that. That's
great.
awesome.
The Battle Beast always got in fights with Muscle Men. Remember?
Yes!
Little rubber things. Yeah, it was always Muscle Men versus Battle Beast for control of Castle Grayskull.
That's fantastic.
As far as game system, I think 64 takes the cake for me. Just so many great games. I mean, Super was good because I had the Final Fantasy series, which was amazing. But 64 had the best range of games. GoldenEye was my favorite on it. This is kind of my point of pride with the 64, though, is Zelda Ocarina of Time, the second best Zelda of all time. And the collector's edition with the gold cartridge.
I always think, even though it might not be related to this episode, I always hate it when I'm reading an article or watching something, they're like, this is the second best. I'm like, what was the first? So answer that question so our viewers aren't frustrated like I would be.
Breath of the Wild.
Okay, that's reasonable. I'll give you that.
And then if you had 64, you had to have this, and if you know what it is, you know.
Yeah, no, I was busy playing PlayStation. So I had a 64, but I don't know, for some reason it always took a backseat to PlayStation for me. It was easier, like making the switch to 3D was hard for me. I couldn't fit, and somehow PlayStation's controls were easier. This controller, I couldn't handle it. I don't know, so.
But Nintendo was better.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah. It might be Sony fanboys.
Oh no.
I
Every
will argue all
time.
day.
Hashtag every time to every day.
yep.
I'm still running this console war from the 90s, so let's go at it.
Right, yeah, it is no longer Xbox versus PlayStation. It is 64 versus PS1, I guess.
Or
boy.
Dreamcast, even. Throw Dreamcast in there. The Spawn fighting game was excellent.
I played Atari. You know, where's my olds? Where's my olds
I
at?
had 2600, which was great.
I had Pong
Nice.
and Space Invaders. That's the best game ever made.
Vanguard, Joust.
Oh, Joust. Very good. Yes, very good. And Duck Hunt. Oh, I remember playing Duck Hunt with my papu at his house with the gun. It was just good times.
Duck Hunt was good. It made me rage a lot though. Like I was like, I hate that dog. I hate that dog.
That dog.
And I tried to shoot him all the time.
Yes.
It was not a chill game for me. Bubble Bobble was a chill game. No, I played that with my mom a lot, and it was just but Duck Hunt. Like if you want to make me mad, pull Duck Hunt out.
And now we own a dog that looks like that dog.
That's true. I tried to slap at me anytime I fell. All right, so let's talk about food. We are doing
like,
food.
let's talk
Yeah,
about
that's kind of the
toys.
thing. Yeah, I would love to just have a toy episode, but that's not the theme of the show. So, food. We are trying to make some of the stuff that we loved as kids that you can't find anymore because somebody somewhere thought it'd be a good idea to stop making these. Yeah. Just like toe jam and roll tomatoes at you. So for me, my obvious pick for this episode was Magic Middles cookies. I love those, the original ones, but then they also had chocolate chip ones. I think they came in a blue bag. I was obsessed with those.
I never saw those. They never made it to my town.
Well, that is
How dare.
Yeah, it's not fair. They were super good. So for me, that is absolutely what I wanted for this. It was no brainer.
I mean, I think that's one that everybody would be on their top 3 list. And if it's not, then I don't know you.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
You know?
Good day, sir.
I've never had a Magic Middle cookie.
Well,
I gotta
you are in
go.
for a treat.
Never.
What? Oh, I can't wrap my brain around that.
Mm-mm, me either.
They're a staple in my childhood.
Mine too. Yeah, and I mourned them. Like as a young adult, I was like, why can't I get Magic Middles?
Why do you hate me, Nabisco?
I had a friend that made some for me for my 25th birthday, and it was beautiful. Like, it was like the best gift that year. And then I didn't know, I wasn't a very good baker back then, so I didn't know what to do to make them myself. But luckily,
it turned out not too hard. Mm-hmm. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think if I had to choose any, I would have gone with Flip Pops, because those are I love pizza Flip Pops on the porch in the summer. Yeah, and it was devastating. The first day I went, and I'm like, where? Why? In the grocery store. I didn't really do that. Where's my mom?
Oh, I would have. One time I did a cartwheel in the grocery store. Like, I was bored and ready to leave, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to start doing gymnastics down the grocery store aisle. So
I'm the oldest, so that's
I remember getting bored at Kmart and hide with the little clothes racks. You remember the circle?
I did that too, yes.
Just be like, all the bad kids were Kmart. Parked in there just at the little cafe.
Yeah. I want my icy and I want to go home. Blue rat stuff.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah. I really like cherry though. Or I just like mixing them together.
Yes. Make a nice purple.
Just throw it all together.
They won't do it moves for you.
That's rude. They're rude. It's rude. Mix the ices.
Come on, Mark. One day when I go back.
Yeah.
But for the show today, bringing it on back to the show, we're going to do the Pizza Hut Taco Pizza.
Yes.
And it is, I mean, it's got the pizza and everything you can imagine on a taco on top of the pizza. It's
so good.
It's delicious.
So good.
And it's super, super easy to do, so I can't wait to do that.
As you can see from all of our memorabilia here, clearly Pizza Hut was a big part of all of our childhoods. I don't even remember what was on this, but I have a Pizza Hut demo PlayStation game. No clue, but
I mean, they knew their demographic.
Yeah, they did.
It was us. I had a Pizza Hut right across the street from mine. It was called Junior High then. So that was a cool place to hang out with our little cups, and it was dark, and it was a whole moment.
Pizza Hut is where we hung out too. I was from a small town. Every time, like after school, I was in theater, so like after show, you went to Pizza Hut. It was like the teenager bar, I guess. You go to Dr. Pepper, and it was
Yes!
For the ever-elusive drink that the internet has tried to recreate so many times. And I'm going to try again today with the Ecto.
Yes. Let's get cooking. Let's do it. All right, it's time to make pizza.
It's pizza time.
It is pizza time. We are cashing in our bucket rewards.
Oh yeah, personal pan pizza. Do they still have those?
I think they do.
Oh, memories.
Good times. Well, we can't actually just cut and turn in our bucket rewards and get this. We're gonna make it. So we need some ingredients. We're gonna make this in 2 steps. We're gonna make the pizza, and we're gonna make a sauce to go on it, and then we'll put the sauce on the pizza and bake the pizza. So for the sauce, you want a can of refried beans. We have these green chili refried beans because green chilies are delicious. We also need some vegetable oil. You're gonna use about a tablespoon of that. About 2 to 3 dashes of liquid smoke. Some smoked paprika. Some garlic granules. This is ground cumin. Just kidding. Garlic granules.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Guess what's coming up next? You're going to use 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. You also can use up to 1/2 cup of water to make your sauce a saucy consistency, but we'll talk about that later. For the actual pizza, you are going to use about a 1/2 pound of ground sirloin. We have already browned ours because we didn't think you needed help with that, so we're not going to show that.
We believe in you, friends.
In here, mixed in with our ground sirloin, is about 1/2 of a sweet onion, just diced up. We also are going to use 8 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese, plus a little bit more later to top things off.
As for the taco part,
Oh yeah. We are going to use 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning mix, whatever your favorite is will do. We're going to have 1 tomato that we have seeded and roughly chopped up.
that's important to see because you need to do everything you can to not have a soggy bottom. No soggy bottom. So
Yep.
seed it and get all the juices out.
All the juicy is in tomato seeds, so get those seeds out and it'll be really good. We're going to use some shredded lettuce. We like to go the easy route and buy shredded lettuce, and we're going to use about a half a cup of that.
I did try to shred the lettuce when I was making it at home, and it's just not fun or easy, so don't do that.
Don't do that to yourself if you don't have to. We also are going to have one avocado that we are going to dice. We're going to use, I don't think we have it out here, but about a half cup of sour cream and a half cup of crushed tortilla chips. We like these black bean chips, but any tortillas will do.
I tried it with sweet potato tortilla chips, and it was also amazing.
That sounds really good.
I can't buy normal tortilla chips.
We also have a pizza dough ball. You can make your own dough if you feel like it, but if this is a nostalgia recipe, we don't want to spend, oh, sour cream has appeared. We don't want to spend all night on it, so we are using just pre-made pizza dough. I usually recommend like the frozen dough balls or these little bags like you can get at Trader Joe's, but in a pinch the canned stuff will work pretty well too. It's just a little harder to shape. So when we're doing our pizza dough, we like to use a little cornmeal. They usually do that at Pizza Hut, and that'll give it more of that vintage Pizza Hut flavor. And a little bit of olive oil or vegetable oil as well.
Ooh, I'm so excited. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is just prepare our dough. Like Ray just said, we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil and just kind of wrap the pats.
Back it up, sir.
We just like pizza too. And I want to just talk you through real quick the sauce. This is what makes it a taco pizza. You're just going to cook the refried beans like you normally do. Actually, we're going to do that with the oil and the liquid smoke, which we're using instead of bacon fat. Now, if you've got bacon fat laying around in a little coffee can on your stove, then you should use that. I don't have any. Oh, this, I don't know. Again, the ASMR is very satisfying to watch the pizza dough. I'm very terrible at it though.
We'll see how it goes. It's hit or miss with me. So I'm just going to start sprinkling some cornmeal on here. Just kind of get it all around.
Ooh, and that's going to give it that kind of, well, mealy texture. You see those little orange, like little yellow dots within the crust. I don't know what I'm saying. That's probably not even cornmeal.
It is cornmeal. It really is.
I knew it all along.
So when you're doing your dough, if you use frozen or like a package like this, just follow the directions on the package in terms of how to get your dough ready to press out and roll out. This one, it was refrigerator dough, but you needed to let it be at room temperature for at least 20 minutes. So just check your packaging and make sure you are following that. And so what we want to do here is just start to stretch and pull and push and get our dough out to where it pretty well covers this pizza stone. For the sauce, let's heat up 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil plus a couple of dashes of liquid smoke. Next, we'll add our refried beans and 1 teaspoon each of smoked paprika, garlic granules, and cumin. Now we'll add up to 1/2 cup of water, stirring consistently until we reach the consistency of a sauce. Remove from heat, and we're ready to top our pizza. All right, we're back. We are ready to put this pizza together. Nora has made our sauce and it smells amazing.
I'm excited. This crust looks amazing. There's no holes. I've never done that before. So good job.
All right, so how do we assemble this?
All right, first we're just gonna, this is just our sauce. So I'm gonna pour it in the middle. Hope it doesn't bake our pizza crust because it is super hot.
Not gonna lie, I kind of want to just eat that with a spoon.
Yeah, get some chips and like, bye, we're done. And you want to go almost to the edge, just like you would be with the pizza. Now, here's the question. Here's the controversial question. Are you a cheese then meat and topping, or toppings and then cheese person?
I'm the all the cheese all the time person. So usually I put a little cheese on, like I put my sauce on, a little cheese, then the toppings, and then more chease. So
well, I've been doing it wrong my whole life. That's the way to do it, friends. Not even going to answer.
The more cheese, the better for me.
We are doing that, but we're going to put, after it's baked, we're going to put some fresh cheese on it. All right, I think that, scoop a little bit. Oops, I should have just stayed. You always try to make it better.
All right, so next we are adding our cheese, right?
Cheese, unless you want to do toppings, you make this as your pizza, and I'm here to tell you how to do things. This is an 8-ounce block that has just been freshly shredded. You just want to use all of it. This is actually double cheddar. It's white mild cheddar and sharp cheddar.
I love white cheddar, so
Thank you.
yeah, anytime I can get it, that's what I'm going for.
The pups are so excited for this pizza, and I can't blame them. Okay.
And then we top with our sirloin and onion mixture, and so we just kind of spread that around. I wish I was wearing gloves for this, but we're gonna make it work.
You live and learn. Oh, and when this comes out of the oven, it's just gonna be all gooey, and I want it to be now. I want it to go in the future.
Just fast forward another 20 minutes or so, and let me be eating this.
What made the DeLorean go? 22 watts of something.
It's a good thing this isn't a Back to the Future episode.
Plutonium? I don't know.
It's gigawatts.
Gigawatts. It's something they stole from the government. I can't remember what it was.
Okay, I am greasy and gross now. What
I'm just going to top it with some 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. Really just, this is what Instacart driver brought me. So it's whatever you want. That's going to be a super spicy bite.
I'm going to go for that one. That's the one I want. Blam! Kick me in the mouth. Taco
Kick
flavor.
anybody in the mouth.
No, just with flavor. Don't kick anybody in the actual mouth. Jeez, no, never.
When AppeGeek said I can kick you in the mouth. All right. Oh, goodness. We're ready for the oven. 450, about 12 minutes. You want to make sure, I know it's going to be tempting to take it out because these are going to get dark. Just hold off as long as you can. No soggy bottoms. We'll be back here to put the taco toppings in about 14-ish minutes.
All right, pizza's out of the oven.
It looks so good.
Some fun stuff to put on top.
Yes.
Where do we start?
I think we're going to start with the sour cream. Make it a little pretty swirly.
Okay.
Fancy. This is a fancy pizza.
It might be. I don't know about my skills with squeezable sour cream.
You can do this or not. Once we put all the other stuff on there, you're not really going to see it, but you know, we know it's there. Just a little, and then that way everybody gets a little bit of sour cream.
All right. Now there's some on every piece. That is not pretty, but we'll pretend that it was.
Pizza. Pizza's not pretty. It's just delicious. Okay, what do you think next?
Lettuce, tomato.
Lettuce, tomato. All right. This is the taco part of the pizza. Oh, this looks so good.
Yum, yum. A few more tomatoes. There we go.
Then some avocado. This is totally optional. I just love avocado. All right.
We'll add a little cheese. This is just the same cheese that we put on the pizza before. Just this hasn't been melted.
Ooh boy, look at that. This is an impressive pizza. This is a date night pizza.
It is. Looks fancy.
So it's gonna be really messy. So maybe not a first date pizza.
No, unless you just want to skip right to like awkward.
Here's me.
Like, how do you handle food all over you? All right. So the last thing is just some crushed up tortilla chips, just to give us a taco-y crunch. We've got
delicious.
Some big ones, some little ones. We're just gonna spread them around. All right.
Oh, look at that! Pizza Hut taco pizza. You wouldn't even know the difference.
Well, I think we should dig in.
All right. All right. Oh goodness, this is the fun part. Oh yeah.
Ooh, ooh, there go my toppings. All right, piling them back on.
Oh, bon appetit!
Bon appetit.
I'm just gonna go going for it. Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh, it's all over my face.
It tastes like a taco. See, my first take. Oh, that bean.
That sauce is so good.
It's so
good.
different. Oh, I love it. All right. Need to make this.
Do it. Go.
Hello and welcome to the cocktail portion of the show where we're going to make an Ecto cooler. So what you need for this is some tangerine juice. This is tangerine vodka, lemonade, some blue curacao, and ice. So we're going to start with 6 ounces of the tangerine juice. We're going to do 3 ounces of the vodka. Then 2 ounces of lemonade. And a half ounce of blue curacao. That's just going to give you that blue color that you're looking for. And it's orange flavored, so it's not going to hurt the taste of the drink. Alright, you want to add a little bit of ice to the shaker with that. Cap. And you're going to serve this over ice as well. There's a lot of booze in this, so obviously you do not want to just shoot it. Just a beautiful green. Just like Slimer. There we go. Bon AppeGeek.
It is time! It is time to make the magic middles. Not just magic middles, chocolate chip magic middles.
With dark chocolate magic in the middle.
Oh, I am so excited. So let's just go over the ingredients. We have all of our dry ingredients, which is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, not sifted yet, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and a half of a teaspoon of salt. We have 2 teaspoons of vanilla. We've got some cornstarch. Nope, this is powdered sugar. Powdered sugar, half a cup. We're rolling with it. 2 sticks of room temperature butter, and our chocolate. I just have a half a bar of the dark chocolate Hershey bar. We're going to cut these squares in half, and some mini morsels, semi-sweet. You're going to use about 1/4 to a half a cup, depends on how many cookies you have.
So to get this whole process started so you can get to eating your magic middles, first thing you want to do is preheat your oven. Get it up to 350 degrees, and if your oven is slow, start it now, and it can be getting itself together while you mix the ingredients. So the first thing that we want to do is beat our butter, sugar, and vanilla together in our bowl. We'll use a hand mixer for this.
Let's go ahead and start putting stuff in. There's the butter. Ooh, shortbread is my favorite.
So good, so good.
2 capfuls, and you did not see me pour any out. It was an illusion. Okay, I'm gonna quit.
We never spill anything on this show.
Bam! There we go. Is that all?
Our butter, our sugar, and our vanilla.
Oh,
so
our sugar. Powdered sugar. Don't sift powdered sugar. I tried it. It's just no good. No good.
That sounds like a messy mess.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I'd just be wearing it.
But then I was committed, so I had to follow through.
I was in a play once, that it was a Zoom play during the pandemic where Jeremy had to like throw powdered sugar at my face to make my hair all white, and I think that's what it would be like if you sifted it.
Yeah, I kind of did that. I had no one to see me though. So,
so we will beat that together until it is kind of smooth and creamy and what it normally looks like when we say beat your butter and sugar together.
All right, here we go.
Woo. Alright, so our butter is starting to look kind of smooth and creamy and pretty. So this is the point where we're going to take our sifter and add in our flour, salt, and cornstarch. We've already mixed ours together in this container. We just need to sift it into the bowl.
Yeah, just try to. Okay. Okay. Okay, just sift it into the bowl.
And then we will mix until everything is combined. As is always the case with the shortbread, you don't want to over mix it. So
yeah, that's what I want to make sure. I'm going to try to get all this butter off then. Because once you add the flour, you don't want to mix very long. All right. And I don't even think do you use the mixer for that after you do the?
If you do, use it on low and be very careful with it. You can also use your hands or a spoon. That gives you a lot more control over whether you're over mixing or not.
Oh, this is so satisfying.
It looks like snow. I like it.
Yeah, some AMSR. Is that how you say it?
ASMR.
It really does. It does affect the texture of the cookies, so you do want to make sure, as the salt, that you sift everything in. All right, I guess I'm going to very carefully
do it in bursts and on low speed when you're using a mixer for this.
I'm afraid to turn it on. Okay, here we go. Scrape it in. This is intimidating.
And this is like I think Nora showed you last time that we made shortbread on this show. You don't want to mix it till it comes together into a ball because it doesn't do that, and you will have beaten your ingredients to death. If you do, so.
You want it to be like little, almost here, like pea size. Just make sure everything is combined.
Like little pebbles, essentially.
Maybe we could go a little more. I don't know. What do you think?
I think we can finish it up with our hands.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Whew, done with that. All right.
And so what we do here is we just shape our dough out into a rectangle, usually a cookie sheet or just anything where you can store a rectangle. And then you want to cover it up with plastic wrap and pop it into the refrigerator for about 20 minutes just to let the butter cool down, solidify a little more before we start trying to shape our cookies.
When I did this at home, testing it out, I did a circle because I always do. I don't know. I just automatically shape into a disc. It made it a little hard to cut 16 little individual pieces, so just try to make it an even rectangle.
And the most important thing, don't leave it in a ball or you're setting yourself up for a bad time. So roll it out, whether it's a rectangle, a square, a circle, just don't leave it in a ball.
Unless you're going to do like one of those jawbreakers.
Jawbreaker shortbread. I'm here for that. I would try.
Crack it open and then all the... Okay, so I'm just going to kind of dump it, you think?
Yeah, I think that's... Just get right in there.
Oh, it feels good. It's going to be soft because you sifted everything in.
Ooh. That, I think, is the benefit of homemade Magic Middle cookies because when you buy them at the store, sometimes they're soft, sometimes you don't know how long they've been on that shelf, especially now in the 90s. And not everything had an expiration date on it back then.
So you think we ignore them now?
Yeah.
Oh, this was expired 7 years ago.
It's okay.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
This expired in 1983. I don't know why I turned into a very old man.
Bob Cratchit. Okay. I don't want to touch it too much, so I'm just gonna...
No, you really don't want to overwork this. The last thing you want is tough shortbread.
But I do want to try to get it even. I think I'm afraid to touch it more, so I'm just gonna wrap it up, and we're gonna pop this in the fridge for 20 minutes.
At least 20 minutes. Doesn't hurt it to go a little longer, but at least 20. You want to make sure that it's got time to really chill.
And then when we come back, we will slice it up and fill it with some chocolate.
Yummy, yum, yum.
All right, we have taken our cookie dough out of the fridge, and I went ahead and cut it up because you don't need to see me just slicing up dough. So I just cut it in as even, like down the middle, and then on the side, just little squares, and that's what you want. So now we're gonna take our dark chocolate. I've cut, it's just a Hershey bar that I've cut along the little lines, and then I cut each piece in half. And you put it in the middle, and you just wanna wrap your dough around it, form a little ball.
Oh, that's easy. That is much easier than I thought stuffing a cookie would be.
Yeah. And you just want it to be, you want to make sure it's not sticking out, and you want to keep it on the small side. And then we plop it on the sheet. And then once we get all of them on the sheet, then we'll sprinkle them with the chocolate chips.
Oh, yes.
Oh, goodness. You might have to work the dough a little bit depending on how long you kept it. We kept ours in the fridge a little longer.
It's a little stiff, but
But don't worry about messing it up.
woohoo.
All right, we have stuffed all of our magic middles. Look how cute. They look like little, I've already forgot, pizza rolls. So, with chocolate inside. I don't know why I keep saying that. All right, now we just take our these are little mini semi-sweet chips. And you gotta press them in or else they will roll away. Just gonna dot those on top.
Oh, yeah.
We've got our oven heated to 350. These are gonna go in for about 12 minutes. Shortbread's really hard to tell when they're done. They just want barely get the color, start to get a color on them.
Yeah, they never really turn like fully golden and certainly not brown, so.
Yeah, if they're golden or brown, you've gone too far. You need to start over. These are adorable. Look,
They are
I
so
love the
cute.
little mini ones.
Oh, back on there.
All right, so we're just gonna keep putting our chocolate chips on these, put them in the oven for about 12 minutes, and then when we get back, we're going to taste them.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite part. They look so good!
Okay, but wait, look at the little tiny.
Oh, they make me so happy to look at.
I
It's
we
like-
should just dig in.
let's
I
do
just
it.
can't even. Going AppeGeek?
Ooh,
Oh, it's
going
so good.
AppeGeek.
Oh, they're a little warm.
Oh, it's so hot. It is. It's better than I remember though. Maybe
Oh
because
my
it is
God.
hot. But it's so good.
Look at that. It's just oozing out.
Gooey. Oh, so good.
15 out of 10. You guys
At
should
least.
definitely make these.
All right, that was it. That was our throwback blacks from the past. I can't talk, but whatever.
It was
Super fun.
great. It was magical throwing back to our other previous episode.
It's magical in the middle and our cookies.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna sing songs about those cookies. They were amazing.
They were so good. Hands down my favorite. I knew they would be though, like even before I tasted anything else. I was like, Magic Middles, yes, those are my favorite.
So good. And I like using the dark chocolates. Just kind of, because we're adults.
Class
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
We're adults, we eat dark
Take it
chocolate
over.
now.
Yeah.
With all of our toys on the table. We were adults.
Yeah, none of this was purchased for the show. We still own all of this.
No, I purchased these cups, but everything else is.
You're supposed to steal
I
those.
stole those from a Pizza Hut in 1992.
Yes, that's
And
what
I am
meant.
still on the lamb. Not
On
true.
the land.
I don't know.
Because
Sorry.
it would be all peeling and stuff by now. Anyway, change it again.
Shut it down.
Favorite for me, I'll say pizza. And I will say one other thing I missed from childhood is the lack of heartburn, which the pizza is.
Truer words.
That's
my
true.
friend.
It's so true.
But the pizza was still good. Worth it.
Oh my
Worth the
god.
heartburn. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely worth it. I already said it. The Magic Middles, the pizza was really good. The drink was really good, though. Like, I mean,
It was a good meal.
Mhm.
Like, it was so everything was so nostalgic.
yeah, I felt like it was like 1993. I was living my best child life.
Oh, that's when I got the super.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a great,
I was
great
in high
year.
school, and Nirvana, and Plaid, and it was good times. It was not a good time because we also had, let me tell you, Gen Z, stop with the flare pants. It's not good, and the Doc Martens. We can
No,
keep the
no,
Doc Martens.
No,
You
no,
have-
disagree.
Sir,
Flare jeans were awesome.
No, no.
take it from two people who are not very tall. The flare jeans are terrible. when you will one day walk around your university in your flared pants and your legs will be wet all the way up to here because that's
cold.
what happens.
It's cold. It's not fun.
It's not fun.
Even
it's
with your Doc Martens
gross.
boots on.
It's gross, it's heavy, it's cold, it's awful, it distracts you. I'm fairly certain that's why I had to like withdraw from chemistry class. It's a distraction of my wet
It's in
pants.
your head. I tell you what we can bring back is the peg leg jeans. I don't know what you guys call them, like rollover or...
No.
I don't know. I'll take them back. I
You
don't know what
fold it
they're
and
called.
then you fold it up. We call them peg, when you peg your jeans. I don't know what they're called here. Yeah, but they're nice and tight.
Yeah, just keep it. No, don't flare them. Or shorten them up. Like shorten, make clips.
Yeah, the crop ones, those are really
Yeah, do it like your
lots.
shirt. Crop them way too short.
Ooh, no.
Looking at you, Target. Looking at you.
I just want a full size shirt.
But yeah, flared leg jeans and wallet with a chain.
And let's not bring the chain wallets back.
Oh, you know what's back? What are those pants called? Jankies?
Jinkos.
Jinkos!
Yes.
Jankies! Jinkos are back.
Jinkos
I think
are-
Jankies is probably like the Wish version of it.
Yes.
The Shein.
Yeah.
Shein.
Remember when Hot Topic was cool?
Hot Topic is cool now. It's full of nerd stuff. Like, I don't understand this hate. Like, Hot Topic is and was cool. It's just a different
Not
cool.
Spencer cool, but
I worked at Spencer's
What?
in college, yes.
that's so cool. That is very cool.
I had so many lava lamps, and then we would just like pretend that people like broke or stole the edible underwear. We just eat it like while we were standing at the register. It's like, it just tastes like a fruit roll up. But that is another tangent. I can't stay on topic because I am old and just like to talk about nostalgia.
And fun stuff, like, you know, eating underpants at work.
Okay. On that note,
Beer back.
bring it back in. Bring it back in. Did you tell us what you liked the best out of this episode?
I cheated and said the whole thing is a meal. That's
Okay.
what I'm sticking with.
All right, cool. So one vote for Magic Middles, one vote for pizza, and one that couldn't make up for fun.
Just like the 90s.
Exactly. Let's hear from you. We would love to see what you made. We'd love to hear what you liked the best.
Your favorite toys?
Favorite toys.
Yeah.
We'd love to know what discontinued stuff that we
Yes.
didn't make that you would like to see made. I'm gonna have birthday every year, and I'm gonna want to do a throwback episode every year. So
I'm
let's
gonna
hear
find
it.
those waters, those little waters with the beads in it. That's my mission.
Orbits.
Orbit.
Yes.
What was that soda? It was like an African soda.
Is it Josta? I love that, and they didn't sell it in the town that I grew up in. We had to like drive to like the closest city, and I would like load up like 12 bottles, like
they
walking
still
out of the
sell it?
gas station. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Oh, I missed out.
But I loved it. It was
And
good
then
stuff.
Surge, which I know
Yeah.
came back, but I still have the
Not as
keychain.
different.
Still have the original Surge keychain on my keys because
It's
it
true,
was
he
that
does.
great. Yeah.
That's nice. Very good. What were we talking about?
Also, if you want to argue about how inferior your PlayStation
Oh,
is,
no.
please comment and argue.
Oh, well,
I'll destroy you.
ain't nobody got time for that drama. Don't do that. Don't do
If
that.
you do, hashtag Bon AppeGeek Show.
Yes, hashtag Grown Up Geek Show. Any socials, ideally just tell us about what you like, but if you want to fight with Jeremy, be my guest.
I will forward those along.
Yeah.
Please be nice because I do cry easily. Okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, but you can find us on socials. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Bon AppeGeek
Reddit.
Show. We have a Reddit. I'm not
very
old.
active.
I don't know how to do the Reddits, okay? I Google in Reddit and I look at stuff, but that's as far as I go. I'm sorry. Thanks for calling me out.
We also have a website, bonappegeekshow.com. There you will find all of these fabulous retro recipes as well as every recipe from all of our previous episodes. Sometimes a little fun banter or Easter eggs. So.
Yes, when am I going to put it? All of the stuff that we've missed, I'm going to put on our website.
So definitely check that out. You can also check out, well not check out, but if you wanted, you could contribute to our coffee. That's also Bon AppeGeek Show. All the proceeds from that we use to keep this show up and running.
And buy bounties.
We're not going to buy that piece with it. We're probably going to buy ingredients for our next show with it. So please feel free. We would love your support. Likewise, we would love to see you subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, and you can find all that when you're down there hitting the subscribe button. All that's in the description box. You can buy us a coffee and the link's down there. But yeah, if you enjoyed our walk through memory lane, please hit the subscribe button. We are still a new channel and it really helps us out. Also, if you want to be notified about whenever we post, hit the little bell and give us a like if you liked us. If not, that's cool, I understand.
We post our episodes on the second and fourth Sundays of every month, so we will be back in June with... I don't either, but it's definitely going to be good. Awesome. Check it out. It's a surprise. You have to come back and watch it now.
In what we're going to do.
So yeah, that being said, we'll see you in June.
Yay, thanks guys.